Okay, so welcome to Color Trend and Color Match Trading System. So first, let me start off by telling you that what we developed here is most probably the best trading system you're ever going to see. And that is no exaggeration. And I'm going to show this to you and tell you why this is so. And you'll be able to obviously see the quality of what we have produced here. And if you're a day trader and you've seen many algos and many programs out there, they either don't last, they have to reinvent themselves, they don't work, they promise but they don't deliver. Um, there's many reasons why these algos fail. Most of the time, it's their strategy. There's only a couple of strategies that really work for successful day trading. If you want to get very complicated and get into, you know, measuring support resistance, opening range breakouts, and there's a few traders that I think are successful at doing that. But for the most part, those are one-off traders and those are hard to accomplish and they don't last the entire trading session. They advertise, get in for the first 30 minutes and you're done for the day. Well, that's not what we have. Okay, we have an actual trading system that can work at any time during the day. It's based on a very successful strategy. There's only really a couple of strategies that work all the time, and they don't have to keep you don't have to keep changing them or figuring something new because these are tried and tested type strategies. And the one that we're working with today that we developed most resembles the mean reversion trading system. And what that means is the system is going to try to identify overbought and oversold areas and is going to um, buy overbought and sell oversold. Now, easier said than done, but we did it and we're very successful at what we did. And the win rate, quite frankly, is I don't want to say it's 100%. I don't want to say it's 90%, but it is as high as you can possibly get, which means that the confidence that you have when you trade this system is as high as you can possibly get. You will develop true confidence when you see a signal. So let's see, Thursday. Let's go to, I'm just pulling up different dates. I can pull up any date here. I actually back tested the entire month of June. And with two contracts, the system made, for educational purposes only, $50,000 in demo money. And the system had an over 84% win rate. We actually, let's see here. These are the actual trades that we took in June. These are the numbers. Each day, and we can turn to any one of these days and show you these numbers. They're either negative or positive. They're all in dollars based on two contracts. Okay? So we can't go really past the 1st of June because our Atlas line doesn't show up on the replay. Let's see here. It's a nice day, June 4th. I'll come back to some of these. Let's hit the replay button here and go to June 4th, which is a Thursday. Just take a look and see what the system did, and I'll explain to you how the system works. Or let me just start off over here at the open, which is this brown area right there, 6:30, which is California time. Okay, so what you're looking at is our color match trading system. And below you have color trend 2 and the Atlas line. This is the NASDAQ on a 1-minute chart. All the background color is simply the session colors. I can turn those off. They don't have anything to do with the actual trading system. Okay, but they just give me an idea of when the different sessions are active around the world. Now, in the strategy below, you see the Atlas line, which is white, and this is actually tracing the market. Okay, this is the overbought, the sold area below the dotted line because it's an oscillator. This is the overbought area above the red line. Okay, then you have a blue line, which is a momentum line. Then you have green and red background colors. This represents a micro down period, and the green is micro up period. Okay? So what we're looking for is when we want to see the Atlas line in either the overbought condition, which is oversold condition, which is below the green line. This is an oscillator, or above the red line. That's the first thing. Then we want to see the blue line also in the same area of the oscillator as the Atlas line. And then the third thing we want to see is a divergence. When we have those three things, then we take a trade. The divergence is on the blue line, not the white line, the blue line. So if there's a divergence on the blue line, we take a trade. Okay, here's an example of a divergence. We have price coming down, but we have a divergence on the blue line. So this tells us that this is an opportunity. Blue line and the Atlas line are both in the oversold condition. And here's how we take the trade, because we give exact entries and exits. The green area here is our entry. We want to wait for the price to come right around that green line, perhaps a little higher, signifying that we are out of the consolidation zone and we are ready to take off. And then we take off, we stay in the trade, and we're watching the oscillator. And then we are exiting once we enter into the red zone, period. So we wait for a divergence. Now, why do we wait for divergence? Do we have to? Well, you'll see that there are many times when the trade works out perfectly and there is no divergence. But the reason we like to wait for a divergence is because mean reversion trading systems are typically very, very good, except for one small thing. They tend to break apart and fall apart when there is a very strong trend in one direction or the other. Remember, mean reversion means that we're in a range. We're ranging. That's why they work so well. But when the market is not ranging and trending, they fall apart. That's why we like to see a divergence on price, because that tells us that we're in a range. So the highest possibility for a good trade is when you see it divergence. Now, right before, there was no divergence because the blue line came down lower on this swing of price. Even though it went up, in our trading strategy, you would have made a profit. We still don't want to take those trades. We wait, like we did here, and we made a profit. So we entered our trade in the green area because the Atlas line is below the green dotted line, means it's in the oversold area of the oscillator. The blue line is the oversold area of the oscillator. These are extremes. We wait for price. We wait for the blue line to begin to exit here. We take the trade. We're in. Even if we got in here, we're still in. This is a 1 minute chart, and we stay in anytime you want to exit in this area. Now, you will find with our trading system that even though you can exit immediately once you start to see this red, okay, no worries, you can do that. But in some cases, because the fact that we found a very strong bottom or a very strong top, we're buying the bottom, selling the top. When that happens, oftentimes the market will take off. You have found, my friends, the very, very beginning of the trend. So if you are willing to stay in, then I recommend runners on your trades. Hold on to one runner, get rid of one trade, but hold on, because you're going to see in our system here, many times this continues. There's not even a pullback, or it's a small pullback. And you'll see that by staying in and waiting, you'll get a huge move on that trade. I'm talking, could be 100 points sometimes. It's quite amazing. But there's no harm here. If you want to get out early, you just wait for the next trade. No worries. So the first trade here, we entered probably this neighborhood here, 30,485, 489, 30,490, and we stayed in probably up to about here, 30,575. That's 85 points. 85 points. Okay, we're trading two contracts. You can trade whatever you want. This is the NQ. So if I'm trading two contracts, 85 points is $3,400, I believe. 85 points times 40. Yeah, $3,500 on this one move. So when you start to see divergence here, that's telling you with a very strong conviction the market's going to move up. And we captured it right in here beautifully. Okay, Atlas line starting to move up out of the oversold area. And once the Atlas line moves into this middle area, we call this the chop zone. Okay, it's the chop zone. We don't do anything. We don't do anything. We just let it chop. Okay, we don't get involved. Let me go ahead and put this on replay, make sure we're getting the proper information, and we can talk about it as the market replays. Let me go ahead and put this on slower. And let me go back to the beginning of our day, which is 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 here in California. We have it on 1X on the replay. Okay, didn't take any trades here. Don't see any divergence. The Atlas line is now coming down into the oversold area. And the first time here, we don't see, whoops, get out of there. We don't see divergence on the blue line. We don't take a trade. Market moves up. Hanging out. Came back down. Nope, let's see what it's doing. Okay, that's our exit. It just hit the red area. So that would have been our exit right here, right? So if we took the trade, we would have made some money, but we didn't take the trade because there was no divergence on the blue line. So we're waiting, and you got to be patient in trading. If you have a trading system that is practically fail-safe, shame on you if you can't be patient enough to watch and wait for your trade. There's enough trades that I showed you the whole month. Look, this is a back testing on the month of June. I didn't even count how many trades there were. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 15, 18, 21, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29, 35, 38, 41, 44, 46. I mean, there's so many trades, plenty of trades. So let me get this out of here. We do that. Come on. Can't even get it out of here. Stuck. Don't even know how to get it out of here. Maybe I can do it this way. There we go. Okay. So there's plenty of trades. Don't worry. Wait for the next trade. You have to learn to be patient and wait for the setup. That's all you got to do. And you'll see how good the system works. So we're still waiting for our first trade. 7 o'clock. Market's coming down. Now look, the blue line is diverging from here in real time on our replay. And it's right down here with the Atlas line. This is, and it's in the green zone. Okay. That's all you need to know. This is a buy right there. That's a buy bar. Don't be thinking. Just do it. That's a buy bar. Don't, oh, it's too high. I missed it. No, just take the trade. Don't worry. Let the system do the heavy lifting for you. You're going to see the red bar coming in play. And when it does, you exit. And there's an 80 to 85% chance that it's going to reach to the red, also to the opposite side. That's what our system is telling you. Let's see what happens. Done. In 3 bars, 3 moves. What, 3 minutes? 1, 2, 3. You're done. In 3 minutes, you made, I think, 75 points here. I'm just illustrating. And you're done. You're done with your first trade. Now look at this. This is the first movement of the market. I mean, who the heck knows what to do here? We do. We got it at a perfect, beautiful trade. This happens over and over again with our trading system because it actually works. The logic actually works. And this is better than anything that you're going to come across on the market. Why? A, it's easy. You don't got to measure support, resistance, ICT, yesterday's trade, higher time frame, all this stuff. You don't got to think about any of it. You just sit here and we do all the lifting for you. You just take the trade. Yeah, it's that easy. Okay? $3,400, 2 contracts. Now you don't got to start with that. You can start with 1 micro if you want. But when you develop the confidence that I have in this trading system, you can put on 2, 3 contracts if you want, or it's perfect for prop trading. Yeah, it works for prop trading. Okay? So this is by far the best trading system you're going to come across at a price that's ridiculous. I'll go over that in a minute. So here we are out of our first trade. Now look, the Atlas line, which is white, it's staying below. Now it's coming up a little bit. And what that's telling me is, hey, no trade. No trade. This is all mishmash. This is all chop as far as the system's concerned. There's no extremes. This is why, I'm going to pause, a lot of traders fail because they get involved in all this stuff in here, in the middle. Look where we got involved. We found the bottom. Everyone else is up here trying to figure things out. Wasting your time. We're up $3,500 and everyone else is trying to figure something out up here. That's the mistake. That's all a waste of time. That's retail traders. This is retail. Let's go on. You got to watch the Atlas line. It's white. That tells you what's happening. The real truth of the market. Still nothing. Look, not below yet. This is replay. This is the real deal right here. There's no futzing around. There's no repainting, nothing. Okay? Even though we got a red background, it means nothing because the Atlas bar is in the middle. Look, the market's moving up. We don't care because we'll take a short pretty soon if it warrants it. Let the market do what it's going to do. Don't chase it. Now, right over here, you see the breakout right there in that bar. A lot of strategies are going to look at that breakout and go for it. And you know what? A lot of times these guys, yeah, you can make money sometimes. And then most of the time, what these guys do in the market, the institutions, they'll sell right here. You're getting in and they're going to sell right down. And they're going to pick up liquidity and then go higher. You can't beat them at their game. So this is a breakout, but we don't play the breakout, okay? We don't play the breakout. We play a mean reversion. It's much more successful. So we're waiting patiently. After making a $3,500 trade, we got time to wait. Let's see what the market's going to do. We don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Right now, look what the market's doing. Baselining. It's baselining. It's doing nothing. And there it is, just chopping north, just chopping to the east, doing nothing. Starting to come down. Interesting. Got my interest, right? Get your interest back. And it just chops around, coming around. Nothing. Don't waste your time and don't worry. See what the Atlas line is? Back in the middle. Market's doing nothing. As far as we're concerned, it hasn't made a move. It's just in the middle. Move myself over here. Watch. Okay, 9:15. Nothing. Don't worry. Because if you make the wrong trade, you're going to lose money. And you might make money sometimes, but you need to make money consistently. That's why you need a trading system like this. Let's put it over here. I'll speed it up a little bit now that you know how our system works. See what else happens. Now, there was no trade. Done for the day. That's all we found. One good trade. Let's go to a different day. Let's try, what do we have here? June 4th. Let's try 11th. Go back a little bit. Okay. R. See how we do. Put it on 1x. Right there. And let's see what happens. So we're opening up at 6:30, which is 9:30 Eastern time. There's no divergence here. Let's see what happens. Okay. We got the Atlas bar in the oversold area. And We're starting to get a little bit of a divergence here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the market's coming down. There's a little bit of a divergence here. We're just coming out of this green area. It's not a bad area to take a trade. You see how the divergence is happening. Usually I like to see a little more set. This is not bad. This is separation here in the black area. This is telling me that it went through a consolidation period, came back down. So this is actually a legitimate area for taking a trade. What I'm expecting to happen is that the line, the blue line, after the trade will come up to the red line and exit our trade. Let's see what happens. We're done. Okay, look at that. We got in right here on this bar, 28,994, which is a great number because it's close to 29,000. And we exited right up here. You see when we first entered the red area. Whoa, that is a 115-point move right there. Wow. On two contracts, it's over $4,000. Wow. That took 1, 2, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And I called it for you right here. I had no idea. I called it for you right there. You'll be able to see these trades as clear as day. Divergence, both the blue and the white line are below the dotted green line in the oscillator. You see a green background. Kaboom! Take the trade. Read the system. It does all the heavy work for you. This chance of success, because of this divergence down here with all of our indicators in the oversold area, is extremely high. We took that trade and it hit our target, and this is not uncommon how quickly it goes here. You'll love it. There is nothing like it on the market. All right, we just made $4,000. Yesterday we made last trade was over 3,000. Let's keep going. Let's watch the market and see what happens. There's our Atlas line, kind of hanging in the middle, not sure what to do, which is normal after a big move in the market. It's moving around slowly. This happens. Oh, coming back down to test. Coming back down to test. Great. Look at that. What do we got? Well, we don't have any divergence yet, but the market's coming down. That's good. Now we get excited, start to look. What's happening? We're going to wait. We don't see any divergence. Let's see. No divergence. So we're going to wait and see what happens. Oh, look at that. See? The market's pulling back down. There was no divergence. There's no push up. The market continues to have energy down. There was no divergence, no letting up of the downward energy. We're hanging in here. We're not doing anything. See? Our system kept us out of trouble. Let's see what happens. Now notice the Atlas line is still down below. Okay. We're still looking good. We have a chance at a possible trade. Coming on down. See what happens. Got to hang in there. Let's see. We don't know. We got to be patient. All right. Coming down. Okay. Now, here's my thinking, right? We got a lower piece, lower low on the swing here. So that's valid. We're down below on the Atlas line. That's valid. All we need is for this blue line to get below here, right? And not below here. And we got ourselves a trade. Then we should be able to see that green background color turn green over there, right? Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So far, we're looking pretty good. If the blue line remains above here, we have divergence. Let's see what happens. We don't know. Let's see what the market's got in store. Not yet. There it is. There's our trade. Hey, listen, I'm in real time replay with you. I don't know what's going to happen, right? All I can tell you is our system's telling us to take a trade. Divergence here to here. See the divergence? We got it. Atlas line, oversold area, blue line, oversold, blues coming out, green background, same exact settings as we had before. Let's see what happens. Okay, 28,971. Let's enter the trade and see what happens. I don't know. Done. Done. We just hit our red mark. Now, let's first see what the profit was and how long it took us. 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. Okay, done. 29,030, let's call it. Yeah, from 29,000, 28,070, 60 points. Okay, 2 contracts, $2,400, 4 minutes. I called it. I told you exactly when to get in, exactly when to get out, and what the rules of the game. That's exactly how our system works. Now, remember I told you, we don't know, but sometimes these can turn into giga gigantic trades. It all depends, right? So sometimes I like to leave a runner on and wait, because if I leave a runner, I'm out now, but if I leave a runner, this thing can keep going. It all depends on this red background. This could keep going. Maybe not this time, but at some point in the future, it may. I don't know. So let's see what happens. If this blue line comes down and the red background stops, that trade is done. Done. Period. End of story. It's done. But if that blue line continues to stay in that red background, the market's moving up. Now, let's see what happens, and I'll give you an idea after the first move what to expect. Now, this is a good sign because the red background is increasing and the blue line's going up, even though this is coming down. This is not bad. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. It could come down, but right now, the blue line is moving up, and that's what we like to see. Okay, so we exited right there, which would be right there, which is actually even better than the original exit, which was right here. This thing started taking off. That's what I'm saying. These trades can come in to become the biggest trades of the day. In fact, I can tell you without a doubt that when you go back and start to backtest these trades, you'll see that they became the biggest trades of the day. Okay, we just finished our second trade. The time is 8:15. We're in less than 2 hours, and this thing made over $7,000. 2 contracts with high precision certainty. High precision certainty. Now, the Atlas line is still hanging down here. Market's still going lower. Look at that. Whoa, not quite a trade, but close. We need that Atlas line all the way down there. Don't cut corners with our system. Don't think that the Atlas line is close enough, I'll take the trade. Because sometimes you'll be right, but sometimes you're going to be wrong, and you're going to pay for it. Don't do it. Let's hang out and see what happens. We're up 7 G's. Yep, made money, but we weren't in the trade. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Here it is, coming back down. Okay, nothing yet. Sitting on my hands, waiting to see something. Blue line came down. Atlas line is staying up. No trade. Market's going to do what it's going to do. I don't control it. I just trade extremes. I'm a mean reversion trading guy. That's what I do. That's who I am. That's why I'm successful. This to me is all chop. You want to jump in here and fight with all these fish and do this and do that? Be my guest. But we don't do that with our trading system. We only trade extremes and we trade it with precision. 84% win rate. We're patient. Okay? We're not going to jump in and do something stupid. Sorry, ain't going to happen. If the market wants to come to you, come to us, we'll take the trade. But we're not going to jump in and do something stupid. We're up 7 G's for the day so far. Is the market going to come down and test again? Let's see what it's going to do. Okay, first thing I want to mention. We have a swing low here and a lower swing low here. This is potentially a divergence. It's very close right now because that's as low as I want to go. We're close. Let's see what happens. It might not be the right time. Okay, we're getting ourselves a trade set up. 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's see what happens. Haven't taken the trade yet. See? This blue line's coming down further. We want to see the blue line close above here. We need some conviction that that blue line is closing above and the market's going to move up. So right now we're still in a position. Take a trade. Divergence is still active. Okay? This bar did not send us packing. We still have a chance here. Let's see what happens. Okay. This is becoming a trade. Okay. It hasn't closed above this line here. There's a good possibility. It's looking pretty good. We got divergence. Divergence is really powerful. It's one of the most powerful things you're going to see in the market. What I like to do, if you're nervous about this trade, you can wait one more bar if you need to. If that second bar closes on the blue up above the green line, if you don't jump in, I'm coming over to your house and I'm pressing that buy button. Okay? Let's see. The one more trade, one more move. Look at that. Come on. Look at it move now. We got to get in. Are you with me? Let's take the trade. Even though we could have got it earlier, we were being conservative. 29,077. What do we got here? Now, we got really, really, really close here. When that kind of thing happens, I pause and say to myself, should I get out? Okay, should I get out? Sometimes what you'll see happen is it'll get up here and it'll flash red because it's moving and then come back down because on the same bar, it's moved up and come down. Now, this hasn't done that. Now, because I'm in a divergence trade, I'm not worried. I'm going to stay put. Let's keep trading and see what happens. Okay, we got another divergence trade here. Look at that. Okay, 29,000 on the money. Looking pretty good. So I'm still comfortable with this trade. Sometimes some people, I would even average in over here. Give me one more bar up and I'm averaging in. There it is. Let's see what happens. How do you like them apples? Huh? What did I say? Did I call it? I didn't see these trades ahead of time. I'm telling you what the system's doing. If you didn't average in, you broke even on the trade. If you averaged in, you made plenty of dough because you got in right there. 29,995. That's over 80 points. $3,200 trade. But you want to average in, you average in half of that. 1,600 bucks. Okay? You got to be willing to average in sometimes. Look at that. Let's go back over here. That was another perfect divergence. Both the blue and the Atlas line are below the green dotted line. They're both divergence, double divergence. You got divergence here, you got divergence here. Come on. Let's play the game. All right? We got the markets on our side. You got to play the game correctly. So we're up another $1,500, $1,600 in that trade. And the time is close to 11 o'clock Pacific time, 2 o'clock Eastern. I think we're up $8,500. Wow, look at that move. But watch this. Remember I told you the biggest moves are going to happen out of these areas. This is still a legitimate move, a legitimate trade. If you had a runner on, this thing is still in a trade. See, it hasn't left the red area. It's moving up. Oh my God, who would want to be in that? 300-point move on this. Please. Okay? That's why you have runners. Okay? For that reason. Now, here you can see the market turned around. Here it blew up. We don't know when. Nobody knows. I told you that the best moves happen out of our trading signals. These are the biggest moves in the market. We're probably done for the day. Let's see what happens. Oh my God. The Atlas has moved all the way up. It's almost in the overbought area. Not quite. Let's see if it gets up there. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a shorted. Okay. It's not quite up there. What happens if by 11:30 I don't see anything? I'm just going to call it a day on this. It's 11 o'clock. Atlas line's moving down. We'll see. You know, we made 8,500. If we stayed in here, we probably would have been up at 15,000. And the Atlas line's kind of wavering around. Chop, 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 chop. Nothing. Not our kind of trade. Nothing. Time right now, 11:15. Atlas line. See how it's turning? Not giving us a trade. We're not desperate. Let the trade come to you. 11:30. You know what? We're done. We're done. And we don't have FOMO about not staying in this trade. We made $8,500. There's always another trade. Don't worry. I'm just taking random dates. I don't have any idea what's happening on that date. Although I do know the 17th was Fed Day, the 19th was Juneteenth, so the market was closed. Oh, let's try Monday the 15th. I'm going to go to the 16th and come back. That's how this thing works. Put the word bar down here if you ever work with the replay. This will be the last back retest for June. We're going to go over some more on our system for you and the costs. Okay. Let's select the bar right there. Remember, again, these are just session color changes for each different session. They're not necessary for the trading system. All you have to be looking at is down here, the Atlas line and the color trend 2 line. These are our lines that we created. Everything down here is our personal creation. We've been trading for 30 years. I look it, don't I? I look old. Okay, 6:30. We actually have some divergence right out of the chute. It looks close. Let's keep an eye on that and see if we can capitalize on some divergence. No more. Divergence is gone. See how the blue line went up higher? Let's stay away from that right now. Okay, blue lines come down. That's good. And the Atlas line staying up. That's good. Let's see what happens. Okay. Will we get any divergence? Okay. Yeah, we're starting to get some divergence. The market's moved up and we see divergence here. So what we need to see is the blue line come down here. And I know it's scary. We're moving up really strong. Let's see what happens. Okay. It's a little bit long. It came down twice. We can still take it. You know, this is replay. We probably would have got in here. Let's take it here. Let's see if we can get it down here and see what happens. We're going to enter the market 30,764. Our target is whatever the heck it is down here. I don't know. I don't know what I don't place a target up here. There's no RR up here. We're looking at down here. It's a surprise. I don't know what it's going to be. Done. Done. We just got out right there. Okay, let's see what happened. We got in 30,762. We exited 30,704. That's almost 60 points on two contracts, 2,400 bucks. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. I'm telling you, this thing works. Okay, we're 100% so far. Every trade I showed you, blindly just going through trades for the month. Divergence. Where is the divergence? Here. We picked up divergence here, right? We got divergence. We got the Atlas line in the oversold area. We got the blue line in the oversold area. We took the trade in the red area right here, right down to the green. That's it. Is that easy enough for you? Okay, we do all the hard lifting. We figured it all out. Our system works. We developed all the proper indicators, the proper timing. This works in any time frame. It works in any instrument, anything. I'm showing you the most liquid instrument, which is the NQ, and usually most people find it to be very hard to trade. But if you can harness it, make a lot of money. You can see how well you can do with prop firm trading. Very, very precise. Okay. So we just made $2,400 in that trade. See what else happens. Did we make another trade over here somewhere? I don't think we did, didn't we? No, I don't remember. No, sorry, that was our first trade of the day. Okay, let's see what's going on. I'm not saying every trade is 100% winner. I'm just telling you what the system can do and how we can deal with, trading, how we can deal with the market. So the Atlas line starting to come down. Okay, and because it's coming down, we got nothing. Nothing right there. Just let it do its thing. Now it's coming up. Okay, so when this starts to happen, I start to get interested. Now I say to myself, well, no trade yet, but if this price crosses above here, let's see. Yeah, if this price cross, but already this blue line is higher than here, which means there's no going to be any divergence. It's already higher. So we're not going to have any trade on this swing here. I already know it. We're done. I know that. Let's keep going, see what happens. Okay. It swung lower here. Good. Okay, fine. Atlas is still in the overbought area. We're fine there. We got to have that blue line come back up. We got to have price go back up here. You see what I'm saying? It's a setup. We need setups, folks. We just need the market to set up. That's all we need. Setups. What do we got going? Close, close. Okay. We have this price higher than this swing. That's good. But we got the blue line just up next to here. It's technically still divergent because this is supposed to be higher up. And it is. Just is a little bit. Hey, sorry, we didn't quite make it. The setup wasn't there. We can't take the trade. Don't worry about it. You got to be willing to really be truthful about the trade. You got to really be precise. Okay, getting up there pretty high. Nothing yet. Got to swing down here. Okay, coming way down. Atlas is still in the overbought area. Okay, we're swinging high here. What are we getting close? Didn't quite get back into that area, into that zone. If it gotten up here, could have taken the short. Didn't bother. Getting pretty crazy. Trading right there, up and down, getting a little crazy. We're still live. Let's see what happens. Okay, right here. Starting to go higher. If this blue line exceeds this blue line, no divergence. Let's see what happens. Oh, interesting. Might be losing some power. We have a valid divergence. What the market want to do? Starting to creep up, not sure. See, when this kind of thing happens, I'm cautious because the market's trying to go higher and higher. I'm not trying to beat the market, okay? I'm trying to work with it. And I'm not trying to do something stupid either. You see, you can't force a trade. Cannot force a trade. Remember that. The trade comes to you. Whoa, what just happened? Well, let's take a look. There's the upper limits of my blue line. Right there is the limits here. So technically speaking, we got a trade. Now, if you have any doubts in your mind, you can wait one more bar and confirm. If the blue line keeps going down, take the trade. If you're comfortable with this trade here, you can take it. You can say, hey, I'm only going to give it this much. You can put a stop right there if you want. You see my mouse on top there? Because we've been hitting this hard. Market's going up pretty strong. So I might like to wait one more bar to make sure it's coming down. Let's see. I'm in. Let's see what happens. No guarantees. Market moved up. Let's see. Do we get our money? Do we get our money? Do we get paid? Do we get paid? Is anybody going to pay me? There it is. We got paid. Now you see what happened? It curled right there. It hit, became red in the background, and curled and went back up. And I'm saying, I'm out. It took a while. See, when this starts to take a while, you don't want to spend too much. You don't want to spend forever because these things pop really quickly. You're in 3, 4, 5 minutes and you're done. You don't need to be in for a half an hour, 20 minutes. Nuh-uh. This thing already popped down there. I'm out. I'm out right there. Now, I didn't make very much money. I only made 880. I made 10 points, but I didn't lose. I'm out. I'm done with that trade. Let's see if we got a better trade. Okay, here we go. Atlas line is up here. Blue line still showing divergence. Maybe it's ready now for a bigger down move. Let's see what happens. There it is. Another attempt by the market to come down. Do we want this trade? You know what? It's getting weird. Is this thing going to come down or what? Just keeps going up. I want to see more conviction. Give me another bar down. Give me another bar down. I'm in. I don't know what's going to happen. Looks to me like it ain't going to happen, to be honest. I don't know. Let's see what happens. There he is. There we got it. We're out. We made money. We got in right there on that bar, 30,900, and we're out right there, 30,877, 23 points. Okay, that's 23. Let's call it 25. That's $1,000 because we're doing two contracts. See how it worked? Isn't that beautiful? Now, remember I told you this could turn into a big trade. It could. Leave your runner on. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're out. The market didn't want to come down heavy. We're done. It's out. It's gone. Okay, that move right there. See the blue lines out of the green area. We are done with the trade. But the market day is not over. It's only 9:45 in the morning here in California. We got time for some more trades. We're hitting 100%. No bad trades. Everything's working out perfectly. Remember, we have an 84% win rate in June, the month of June. Now, something to keep in mind, we're not getting a lot out of these shorts. Just keep it in mind. Yeah, we might give us something good. Here's a trade right here. Okay, let's see what happened. Do we have a trade? No, because this thing did not go higher than this swing. So there's no short here. So we got nothing. Let's leave this puppy alone. Nothing. Okay, coming back up. No divergence. See how quickly you can analyze these situations very quickly. See, no divergence, no trade. Atlas is coming out of the overbought area, coming back up. Ooh, look at that. There's a possible divergence. Is there a divergence? Well, I'll take my, let's see if we have that here. Right there. I'll go to my data box and ask myself, did we go higher? And we didn't. You can just see on the line here that there's no swing high here. There's divergence, but no swing high. Technically speaking, we have no divergence. Do you understand that? This would have to be higher and this lower. We didn't get it. We don't take the trade. We sit back on our hands and do nothing. Okay, what do we have here? We have no divergence. We have we have no divergence. Nothing. Nothing. Look what the market's doing. It's pretty creepy. Pretty creepy. Now, let's see here. Swing, swing. You know what? Nothing. I don't like it. There's very little going on. Very little. Very, very little. Can't force a trade. You got to really play by the rules. If you stick to the rules that we have put together for you, you're going to be extremely successful. But if you're not a patient person and you can't wait for the right setups and we made them easy, don't trade the system. Go find something else to do. This is for people who really want to consistently make money. There's a lot of people out there that are serious about day trading and making a living, and that's why we built this thing. We want to see people successful. We want to see real money being made in the market, not just today, not just tomorrow. We don't want to see blown accounts. We want to see people consistently making money. Right now, the Atlas line is in the middle. It's telling us chop, chop, chop. All this, look at this. All this is chop, 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 chop. Nothing. We're now going to 12 noon. I ain't going to go much further. Nope. This is pretty much it. Maybe. We're getting late. We're done. We're done. Got to push it. Sometimes you can get a late trade. Look at it. It's coming down. Nothing. We're done. Okay. So, how much is our system? This is a system that you will use with every market, any time frame, forever. And it always works because it takes advantage of real trading logic. The market is going to move back to the mean from an extreme position if we can find it properly. And if we have proper, not stop loss, but if we can protect ourselves against a damaging straight on trend. We're expecting there to be a bounce, but the market keeps going in the opposite direction. And we've conquered that because we use divergence on our blue lines. So you're going to find this is going to be the most accurate, best trading system you've ever traded, ever. We will try to automate this thing. That will be down the road. This is, I believe, automatable. We can do it. But right now it's manual. And so we have a great deal running on our trading system. It's super reasonable. I think we have $100 a month. You want to go on a quarterly basis, you get a free month. You want to go on a 6-month basis, you get 2 free months. You want to go on a yearly basis, we give you 3 free months. And we even have a lifetime purchase on our product. So look at our description on YouTube here. Come over to our WHOP.com, W-H-O-P. That's where you can sign up for the product. We also have a 3-day free trial where you can back test exactly like I did. You can contact me. We can talk about it, anything you want, no problem. I am certain over time, because we're going to market this on TikTok. We're going to be live. Live is not really where it's at, by the way. You just sit there in the chop zone. We're going to demonstrate our product on TikTok, and we're going to be really successful. I can tell you that. And so look for us. You can come over to WAP. You can just sign up as a member for free. I don't have a Discord. I don't want to waste my time in Discord. But we demonstrate. We put a lot of videos in WAP. Come on aboard. Check it out. See for yourself. See if this is the right product for you. Because I don't know you. If you're like me, trying to make money day trading, then this is going to work for you. You might be a beginner. Maybe this seems too hard to you. I understand, because you do have to be quick. If you're not quick to grab those profits, maybe this isn't for you. But if you've seen all the other systems out there, this one beats them hands down. Every one of them. All right. Subscribe. I'll be putting more videos out. Ask me questions. Kick the tires. Welcome aboard. Come on. Come try it out. Make some money for a change successfully. I put this together. I've been trading for 30 years. And by the way, this whole thing with AI and AI doing that, don't fall for it. AI is not the answer. It's not going to come up with the genius trading system. What it does is it gives you broad understanding of what the market's doing. It's not a trader. It's more of a support system. People think AI is going to come up with a perfect trading system. No. The human brain, the trader, has to come up with a trading system. Then AI can support it with coding and doing some other things. But it's not going to come. The AI didn't figure the system out. I did. Okay. I hope you had a good time listening to this. Hope you see some real value in it. And I'll put all the description below. Oops. Let's see what we got here. Stop sharing and end the trading, end the session. Thanks.